Ingrid right now. She will join us shortly. She's on the way. She's in the train, so we can start talking about leadership, and
Okay.
then she will join us literally like in no time. Great, wonderful. And this is my thank you, Nadia. Mhm. That's a beautiful, beautiful, and very inspiring song, and then this greetings. Mhm. So I think we can start while Ingrid is coming soon. And we have so many really inspiring ladies, clearly great example of leadership. So I can talk more about my experience, and maybe ask more questions to Dr. Ala, because she's definitely a great inspiration to so many, and she has a lot to wisdom to share with the world. So when I was preparing for today's meeting, I just came across a very powerful quote, which I can relate a lot. The quote that I actually wrote down when I was attending one of the seminars in New York City. And we had the workshop where we could learn about entrepreneurship and like personal branding in my case, and as leadership. And this quote said that confusion and underperformance happen naturally. Everything else is leadership. And this truly resonates a lot with me, because that's how I see in the world. There's such a big difference between how people live their lives and how they experience this world based on their view and the vision of themselves and the vision of leadership. So it's definitely easier and happens like very naturally to get confused and not being able to do their live their life exactly how you want this to be, because you have no direction and you have no leadership skills. So leader starts not just like with commanding other people what to do, but it starts with yourself, with your inner power, your inner unique energy, and the sense of purpose that is imprinted in your soul. So everything you do stays in harmony with yourself and other people. So our actions bring a lot of benefits, not only to us, but to people around us. And that's what we teach of like at first at personal branding workshops. The leadership is something that it's a possibility, it's a skill of responsibility, not only thinking about yourself, but about people around you, and how to find the way that we can share our values, our skills, because naturally it feels good to be helpful. It feels good to bring value to the world. It feels very good to be an example to others and inspire others and share things, because once we are able to give something like our time, our experience, advice, we can donate to charity, it actually is a great feeling to be able to do that, the feeling of abundance, and knowing that the more you give and the more you share, then the more will come back to you from the universe. And it's a law of karma in some cultures, some countries, but it also the law of common sense, where the leader is not someone who is born. It's not the position. You don't need to be the president of the country to be the leader, but you have to be the person, the best version of yourself, someone who is an inspiration to yourself at first, and then you inspire others. You have, it's a very, very important to live your life the way that you have some proven result and proven track of records of your achievements, of accomplishments. But most importantly is how people remember you, and how they trust you, how they know you, and what they feel about working for you. Because for the good leader, the greatest to me is people that you collaborate and then you work, and this combined energy is so transformative that we together we can do so much, is so much difference in the world, so many times more. So, and I see now there's just so many amazing ladies here. I see Sheara from Sri Lanka, and we talked earlier today, I guess, in different time zone, that I know that she works so much in Sri Lanka. Is a truly a special country to me, that there are just so many amazing people. And of course, when we have cultures like Africa and Indonesia, where coming from the Western world, this is truly an inspiration, because I feel that this is a good balance of energy, and especially of the, like we talk about feminine energy, then it's a leadership of women is indeed very different than the same the leadership in the men's world. So we don't start wars. We do not try to be the best and to prove something. We just share. We connect, and only women have natural uh, ability to communicate, to talk to each other, to stay in touch, and to help. Not just for your own benefit, but for the benefit of others. And especially now in this current world in the pandemic, everything, the whole planet was transformed. There's no way we're coming back the way we used to live before. So now it's a time of total transformation. And it only depends on us, what we do, all the decisions that we make, if we will wake up in a better world, because there's no way back but the only way forward. And now it takes leadership to decide, what world do I want to live tomorrow, and to what world I want to bring my children and the future generation. It really does take responsibility and leadership. So I have some questions to some of the ladies, if you'd like to share your experience in leadership uh, in your life and your work. And also, if you have questions to me about what I do, that is the chance that I can share some of my experience, what I do, and well, my background is more journalism and personal branding. So if anyone has any particular question about any advice that I can share, this is my way to um, give value to the world and to this community. And, time in is most precious right now. And like, that's thank you for the music. That is beautiful and inspirational.
Anna, can I ask you something? What
Absolutely.
do
Yeah,
you
please.
think the correlation between leadership and personal branding?
Oh,
Because
that's
I know you are the one of the world's famous coach in personal branding.
oh,
What
thank
is
you.
the correlation between personal branding with leadership? Thank you.
That's a great question. And so thank you for that. I think this is the basics, the fundamental, the fundamental um, way to learn about personal branding, because that's my mission to also educate people about what personal branding is not, because so many people get it wrong. What personal branding is not is trying to copy someone like a celebrity or someone you like without thinking if there's something in it for me or something that resonates with my soul and life experience, because the latest it takes leadership. So personal branding starts with one question. Most important is the question, who are you? Very difficult. And that takes leadership to take responsibility and it's a brave, you have to be very brave to look at yourself, your life accomplishments, and admit where you did really well, because it's for some people it's also difficult to do, and also to learn from your past mistakes, because that's what we all did to be where we are, uh, that we could learn from our failures, so we become better and we can fix it, we can learn, and we can move forward. That definitely is a leadership. It is the decision to live your life and to create impact to other people exactly on your terms, how you see that. That's leadership. That's what they do have in common. I would say without leadership, building personal brand is absolutely not only impossible, but it doesn't make any sense. And in some cases, it can harm you and your reputation, because maintaining some fake persona, it's a full-time job, and nobody can do that for long term without this passion, because some people are so passionate about their work, business, life, everything they're doing. There's no way you can compete with them. Um, a lot of people, they're trying some tricks on personal branding without going deep into the issue, without building the foundation. And then that's how they fail. And they fail because the lack of leadership skills, that they need to show their real accomplishments and a real value, not just created this like bubble of shiny persona who is attractive. I would say personal branding is a better version of yourself, of who you are, of your unique qualities, but this version is polished, and that's what I do. I help people to shine, entrepreneurs, founders, people who are in a big leadership position, because these qualities are essential. And that is my first job, to discover that, to discover the value. And that's what I honestly believe, that every person has a value. And to discover that value, it takes leadership, because this is something that you cannot do alone. We get success, money, and all the best thing in the world through other people. And if they're not your immediate family, then there's no way that you make a sale, or people want to work with you, or they want to collaborate with you without you being attractive and being a leader. There are not that many people like this in the world, so that is why there are not so many successful, wealthy, and abundant and accomplished people. So did I answer your question?
Wow, amazing.
Thank you so
Maybe
much.
Princess Debbie or anybody who wants to throw a questions, because Anna is
That's your chance. I'm all
yes.
booked, because usually I have like 3 a week waiting list for people to work with me. So it's only great honor to also share that. And that's how I'm happy to be here to share it with a like big audience. So a lot of more people would know me, and I would know you. And this is, yeah. And I'm grateful to Ingrid that I really got introduced to this amazing ladies, because I know her for like for a long time now. And so she's also like doing so many things in her life.
Yes, guys, I'm busy now. It's here. It's Princess Debbie here from South Africa. I
Oh,
just wanted to ask Anna, and thank you so much, President Ayla, and everyone who's listening today.
yes.
And good evening, good morning. I can see you just woke up, huh, Anna? What
Yeah,
is the
this is
time now in New
still
York?
before sunrise in New York, but that's what leaders do.
Okay. Yeah, if you can just tell us, what are your most important, with the priorities, with the priority number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5 on your issues of your personal branding?
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, I think the priority, that's a great question. Thank you very much for that. It's very insightful, because this is an essential component of creating a brand, besides leadership, is to sit down and circle the things that matter. These are the priorities. Um, because this is how you really get to know yourself. And when you are in a situation where you feel pressed by other people, when it's something that kind of you're in a situation where you are confused, it's a new environment, you don't know what to do, having the core of this priority, that would really help you to stay on track and to separate what is important and what is not. For me, the first priority is honesty with, well, first of all, myself, to know that everything that I'm doing is exactly how I feel at the moment. To know myself well, to know other people well. So it comes very naturally. And energy, that is how I have so much energy, because I use it wisely by just not being someone who I'm not, but to be like honestly living my life in the best way when I feel is right at the moment. Then the second priority, I think that would be the people around me, because who you surround yourself with, that's who you are. And it's also very interesting that in case of income, it's a great statistics that the 5 closest people to you, and if you calculate the income and you divide like the average number, then that will be your number in 5 years. That how much influence our surrounding has, like the impact that we have on other people. It is incredible. So by changing your environment, by changing your circle, by changing the people that you get close with, you change your life. So definitely you have to prioritize who you want to be inspired, whose values you want to adapt, and that happens very naturally. And I think the third priority is also kind of a base. And for me, it was probably for years now, is being in a best shape physically, mentally, emotionally, really take good care of myself. Because once you have a purpose, what to live for, then it's very easy to follow the diet, to do yoga, to eat well, and to dress well. It's a respect to myself, my body, my mind, and to preserve and treating myself with respect so I can be at service for other people longer and be more efficient. Because personal branding is something that is now become very essential element of people who want to succeed. Even 10 years ago, it was not even that important because it was important for politicians, celebrity, very high status people. But now the world transformed and there's just so many people are doing the same things. And you have to be like seen, um, to be noticed uh, in that noise of information that we are bombarded every day. And it should be clear to people why you are better, why you have more value than so many other people who are doing the same thing. So I believe that um, the great personality, it is something that takes time and effort to build. It's more difficult than to just use some tricks for short-term personal branding, but it's like an investment uh, for your entire life that you will benefit years and years and years from now. Because personal branding, it's not just something that takes like a short term, it's a lifestyle. It's in a way, it is changing yourself to be the version of you who's more advanced, who's better, who's more inspiring to other people. So thank you. Did I answer your question? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank
Very.
you. Great
Yeah.
question. Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
multitasking here.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
multitasking. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I really wanted to say what really comes out, from you. What really comes out from you, positive messages that comes from your family, your friends, that
Mm-hmm.
you always embrace, and that really makes you more stronger.
Oh, thank you. Yes,
Hmm.
I agree because there's
You're
a
asking a lot of questions.
uh,
Hello,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I mean, thank you so much for your kind words. Indeed, I agree that the families where we come from and friends, and you can also have a chosen family. like someone who you're not necessarily blood related, but you have so much in common, and that you have the values that are the same, and it just happens naturally when we are attracted to some people and we're not attracted to others, right? So it's like a radio station. You resonate on certain waves, and it's like a Wi-Fi, and you're catching other people's energy, and somehow it happens naturally. Oh, great! We have Ingrida here. Fantastic! Oh my God!
Hi, how are you?
Hi!
Yes,
Hi! Hi! Welcome. So we were talking about Ingrida, and I'm so happy that she joined us
Oh,
because
Ingrid came. Okay,
yes, she's here.
wonderful. All right, Ingrid. So we've been waiting for you.
Thank you.
Anyway, we're still
Hello.
waiting.
Had some talks about, yes, some personal branding and leadership, the correlation, and then we talked about some priorities in life and building. So welcome, this is great. So how is it, Ingrid? How are you today? How is your day?
Oh, it's very, very good. Today is a lot of meetings in spite of pandemic. Still, Moscow has so many events. It's where have so big schedule, intensive. Yes, but I am online and ready to participate today.
That's great. Yes. Well, since I know Ingrida like personally, she's a dear friend, so I can ask her some questions. If she has some questions to me, we can discuss, and maybe that will be useful to some people. So, Ingrida, we talked about the leadership, and I know in your life, you have so many, like you have a very strong leadership qualities. So, what do you think? Why it is important to be the leader, even if you are a woman? Because I know that in Russia, usually most leaders are men. You know, the president, the presidents of the company, most leaders are like the male, and it's very difficult to succeed in the world of the politics and big business. But you are doing it so successfully as a woman. So what is your secret of being a woman, a female leader?
Yes, thank you. First of all, my strong quality, I think, I always trying to listen in our side and in our opinion, because it's very important to make a right decision, to know all angles of perception of situation from different sides. Like, for example, I have my own and somebody has another. We need to meet in the middle to find the agreement between us. So to be leader, I think you should do some initiatives first. No wait in our side doing it, or somebody doing it for instead of you, because only it depends on your efforts how to succeed in this life. So it's very important when we are a little bit forward our ideas, our projects. So it's anyway, it's better when just stay passive role, make a passive, and you show by your example how to do, because it gives the changes in better way.
Absolutely. Wow, that's a great answer. Yes.
Can I ask you in return what is
Please.
Anna, because you're also very bright and
Oh,
very
thank you.
leader.
We'll do our best to feel not only succeed but also happiness. And I think what you said is very important, to be able to listen, and that's what women are. We are great listeners. That's a really good skills, because we listen to understand and we really care about other people. So we don't just listen to respond, because that's what I believe when I work with people in personal branding, that I teach people that everything you say and everything you do really matters. So if you ask people how they're doing, you should be either interested and really care for their answer, or better, don't ask. And answering your question for me, as being, I think, a leader in my industry, it's very challenging in US, because New York is a very like, it's the number one city on the planet with number of leaders. Its competition is so high, it's very difficult to succeed. It's very, very challenging. So it takes courage, but it also takes bravery to be different. Since everyone is just, there's so many successful women here in New York. They have even greater accomplishments than men. They make more money than men, and there's more rights for women, which I believe is absolutely great. New York is a fantastic place to grow as a leader. But once you grow, you realize that all the benefits that you accomplished, it's no longer makes you happy uh, to just be selfish. You naturally want to share and help other people to succeed. And that's is very important. The first step is to become the best person, create your dream life, um, to enjoy every day the best that this world has to offer. And the second part, you start care about other people. And without having something to share, it's impossible to just tell people what to do. You have to have the kind of authority. And that's what I'm trying to do, to first do something of a value, and then to share that with other people.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you. It's always, like always, very interesting what you're saying. It's very important for us, for our auditorium. And I would like to ask, how has pandemic influence on all your projects, and maybe makes you to improve more your qualification, something to be more stronger? Okay, what you notice?
That's a great question, because this pandemic changed so much, and actually, it now it becomes very, very clear uh, who had developed, like, everything that people were working towards before. Now it became in some way more challenging, but in another way, there are a lot more opportunities right now, because it's just so easy for us to connect right now through the Zoom, which saves us a lot of time and a lot of efforts to travel to see each other personally. In the industry of personal branding, it skyrocketed, truly. It became so much more important, because the first meeting usually now happens online. That's how we meet each other first. And it is very important what impression you have, what people can see you online, the way that you present yourself, that will determine if you will have a business together, or when you will see each other in person, or you will communicate further. So that is your chance. Literally, you have 60 seconds. And also what people can read about you in internet, what content you have online, that is your personal brand. So that's what I'm doing a lot for a lot of leaders, for CEOs, for founders, and for people who want to continue to make a difference. The good news is that you can influence that. You can control how people can see you. Basically, the way you want people, what you want them to feel about you. When your name comes out, when you say Ingrida, what people think, what kind of woman she is, that immediately attracts them to you, because personal branding, it's not like sales, it's not marketing, it's not advertising. You're not telling everyone, oh, I'm the best, I'm so great. Personal branding is attraction, is where people want to work with you. They come to you and they want to pay you money and they want to work with you on your terms. So that's why it's just so easy to be successful with personal branding. There's no competition because you really stand out.
Only be
Really,
yourself and improve yourself. Yeah, it's only one script. It's like kind of.
Yes, and you're so right. And that's what we were talking, because this is what takes honesty, because this is like a long-term investment. You invest in yourself, you invest in personal branding, but then you have it for you the rest of your life, for all your life. If you do like a quick trick to pretend to be someone who you are not, you will fail shortly. It will be like a short-term gain, but it's like wearing a mask of someone different, and people will like the mask, but you cannot be that person for a long time. And now, in like, of course, as always, especially now, what is people that most attractive are not someone perfect. They do not have the best accomplishments, but they have a personality. That's why personal branding, it starts with person. People are attracted to people and willing to share, uh, being interesting, being someone people want to work with. That is a goal. So basically, you become like a diamond, because everybody wants diamond. Everyone wants to be with the great person, because they feel naturally. Because then you cannot trick them. They feel naturally. They want to be your best friend, and that's how you can just choose what kind of people you want to have in your circle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely. I agree with you, Anna. And also about now personal branding start to be more in front of any diplomas qualifications like before. Now the employers asking to find if they need in office, for example, someone. Employee, yes, they don't want to find search it in headhunter or some special system. We're asking like personally, maybe I know somebody personally. It's mean they want to know by recommendation, personally, someone who has this qualification, which is be responsible to their requirements. And this is very interesting. I mean, it's really a new way of hiring people. As maybe you noticed too something in after pandemic.
Of course.
Could you share with us?
Well, now I think most people now completely changed the way they worked in an office, at least in the United States. Most people are working from home, those who can. Before, it was impossible to think. Everybody needed to go to the office. Now, this is more productive, saves a lot of time and effort. So in best ways that it's mixed time, then you can be at home, but then you can go to the office. And that is why for the employees, it's very crucially important when they interview, when they hire people, to know if this person has the leadership qualities and he can be responsible and trusted to work from home. Because working not in the office, like I know you, Ingrida, you can work from anywhere. When we traveled together, you work from the hotel lobby. We were in the hotel, and the good Wi-Fi was only in the hotel lobby, so you were sitting there all night if you need to. So this is the great quality of leadership. So I was back in the room sleeping, but you were all doing your work, which is great. So people, when they do not watch you, they do not control you, that is the kind of employer that everyone wants to have, because like in low conscious, like a slave, like in this environment, you need to have a manager who is watching you. And for some people, if they do not come to the office, they never have the work done. You need someone who will manage them, who will watch them. They need control, control, control. But the leader, they do not need control. So even if nobody's watching them, they do the work done. That's what real leadership is, truly. Yeah. So, but then
It's very interesting.
yes, but then it's the plus is that we have this amazing freedom and flexibility where our office is, for me anyway, now it's where there's a Wi-Fi, where there's a plug. I can get my laptop. Laptops are becoming thinner and thinner and thinner and more easy to carry with me. So that is anytime. It can be in the beach. It can be in a resort in some Asian countries. You can work from anywhere, and you don't
Yeah,
have.
and can see the world, like combine it.
Yes, and you meet great people when you travel, you learn, you try different food, you enjoy, but at the same time, you also get some great work done in many parts of the world, which is now really it's becoming like more global. So before we know, soon the travel industry will start again, because we have a great news about the vaccine in the US. December 15, the first portion of vaccine are coming to New York City. So the economy will start to recover. It's just the question is who will be still in power, because the power is transferring now to people who can manage and who can be the leaders in this pandemic. These people will benefit a lot after. So not only survive, but they will thrive for sure. Yeah.
So now, the situation with COVID calls us to stay home, and somebody were distant by distance, but at the same time, it's really influence on our lives, lifestyle, and we make meetings like this online and do many things in our way. So my question is, of course, I think your, as I understand, job connected with online mostly. But some of people just before just going to the office, what you, Anna, recommend them maybe to, like, for example, make account online or something about their personal branding or something like to do started now, because 21st century is actually very, very, as you said before, challenging, and it's really cause interest of many people. Maybe we should better start now, because new generation will come and just it will be like this, like normal thing, like to have online digital personal branding from age of any new one who are coming, millennials. What do you think?
Absolutely, so true. And that's why I'm so busy right now, because the best time to start building your personal brand is right now. If you don't do it today, then tomorrow you will be totally forgotten. There will be so many more leaders and stars are coming. So, of course, every like building your personal brand strategy takes work, and you need, what I give people is the direction. I do their evaluation, like assessment. First I check what they already have, because all people have personal brand already. They already have a certain impression on other people. It's already there. Some people have opinions about us, and the problem is not all the personal branding people have at the moment that they're happy with, because they're not getting the results they want. So it's all random. When they post on social media, they post like they dinner, what they had in the morning for breakfast, but nobody really cares. And then when people checking your profiles and Google you, because now we all Google each other, they are confused why you're thinking, like you're telling us that you're a great specialist, but how is it proven? It's not seen. All the pictures are from parties and some leisure, and you do not sharing any value. So naturally, this really comes into question. Do I really trust you? But if the person has a personal branding, which is clearly visible, clearly articulated, even with the same qualification, with the same experience, the personal branding makes the difference. This person gets hired, clients come to that person. They will, if you are a leader and expert in your industry, then you have a power. And being an expert takes time, constantly improving and learning, taking courses, seminars, and working on your experience, but also showcasing that. There's two parts. First is an actual experience, and second is how you present that to the world. And the way you present yourself to the world is not by bragging, is not by showing I'm the best and telling I'm a superstar. No, that doesn't do anything to people, because they will, everyone is so interested in themselves. So most important question is, what is to other people? What the difference you can make in their life, why they benefit, what is their interest? And you should really think how, what is something about you that you can bring to the table, to share with people, to make their life a better. It's like a medicine, like a vaccine. Like that's personal branding is the vaccine, because some people they are so scared of COVID, and they are sick, and some people lose their health and lose their life because of this. And it's such a, like, it ruined people's lives in so many ways. But when you have like a personal brand, it's something like a vaccine. When you take it, when you really get it to yourself, then you're immune to all criticism, to all negativity. You have enough people who support you, and you're working with the right people. So personal brand is not like you are liked by everybody, but those people who like you, they like you really, really very much. They become your fans, and they will do all the marketing for you. Then they will tell everyone else in the world they know about how great you are. So coming that from other people, if you're not telling I'm the best, but if someone else is telling you're the best, that has a lot more value. So that is what personal branding really does. What is the difference? That you people can get you can get to know you better. Because when we, even with business and products, when we don't know something, then it's very likely that you will pay a lot of money. If there's something costs like $500 and you don't know what it is, there's no way that you would give money to something that you don't know what value you have. But if it's something that you know will make your life better, it will your life more prestigious, better, more success, it will bring you so much more, it will save your life and really help you a lot, then you will give a lot of money. Because that is a formula. It's very easy to, when you're a specialist, to charge, to make money, is then you need to give, find a way to give more value than people pay you. So that is a basic formula. Nothing is expensive, nothing. There are some coaches, there are some people, they charge sometimes, like there's hundreds of dollars for 1 hour. You know, Tony Robbins, who is a great well, leader in like in his like personal development, he's coaching. Some people pay him $1 million. Can you imagine $1 million to personally work with Tony Robbins? But maybe he gives them so much more value, he gives them so much, that they are happy to give him $1 million, because after that they will make $100 million. So you give 1 million, but then they have $100 more million, then it's not expensive. That's perfectly fine. So that's like
Good proportion.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally. So that's how it works. It really does make the difference. And then I've seen so many successful stories, and that is my mission, to know. I see the difference, because there's so many talented, great people in the world, but they are not, nobody knows about them. They don't even have the right biography written. They don't have the right photos. And with their appearance, because I know, especially working with women, every woman is beautiful. But sometimes when you are so working so much, you have no time, it's hard to come up with a style that is presentable, so people also like you. So this is also very important, because I don't only do the personal branding. So image is like image and style is a part of it, because people like to look at you when you're polished, when you're stylish. That is like immediate value. Then people trust you, because if you're the CEO of the company, but you're sitting in your pajamas at home eating potato chips, then people will not trust you. It's like, it's not something, they will not take you seriously. All these components, they make a huge difference. So, and basically everyone who achieved a great success, they have a personal brand. Because, Richard Branson, you have the Oprah Winfrey, then you have many leaders in Russia like Irina Hakamada, or the many other famous and accomplished women. They all have crafted a personal brand. It's all on purpose. So people think, oh, wow, they're just so great. It may be they're lucky. No, they're not lucky. They are like
Hardworking.
Yes, they are hardworking in their field, but they also invested time, money, effort in personal brand. So when you see them, there's a clear picture of their style, of their expertise, of their charisma, and of their personality of the personal brand. So that is why there's only few people that in the industry. They're the most successful, like Radislav Gandapas, who people pay a lot of money to work with him. And there are thousands of coaches and people who are struggling because they don't have clients, but they don't have clients because they don't have a personal brand. Some of these people are also good, they're also talented, but nobody knows about them. Nobody knows about their accomplishments, or sometimes they're shy, they don't feel that it's right to talk about their about what they did.
Did you meet these people? Because it's very interesting, as you said, famous. Maybe somebody who is not so much popular, but you can say they are very, very talented and very good skills, but we don't know about them.
For my entire life in New York City, for the last maybe 15 years almost, I've met a lot of celebrities, a lot of people of high power. They're world leaders. I'm next to United Nations, and then you have a lot of people that are world famous. They're just coming past my building, and you've been to New York, Ingrida, so you know this well. It's, of course, this is the great place where you have the most leaders in the world, which was great. Now it's a bit different, because most people are not necessarily in New York right now. They are online or in the different places in the world. So it's kind of changed and shifted. So you don't have to be in New York, but I'm so glad I did, because nobody can take this time back. This is what I've learned, and this is what I got absolutely the most out of living and working in New York. This is really valuable, because I do believe that without this experience of living in a like city #1, capital of the world, just so many things would not be possible. And since I know a lot of people are dreaming about coming and living in New York, and I think they will, so that is how I can share with them my experience, make it easier for them, because it was not easy at first, of course. But then you learn, and then you implement, you try harder, you set goals, you act, and then you get the result, and then you celebrate. Like
Very
now.
interesting. Yeah, also I was trying to remember our friend Pavel Verbniak, famous common friend, who's a good writer and also coach. This our common friend.
I actually
So
some advice on personal branding, like from time to time, so we exchange some value.
yeah, I just mean what, for example, we know him, but not all like big data of people. It's some of our friends. And as we talk about how do you find clients, maybe you will share your channels of ways, like as I understand, it's also a recommendation of good friends, also some maybe internet platform.
Actually, with the right personal brand, that is the whole point. Clients come to you. You're not doing their sales work. You do not find the clients, you attract the clients. A lot of my like personal brand, like what I do on social media, it's not even sales. It's not that I press them to buy their service. No, but it works so great that I am exploring as a writer, as a journalist. I share some content that creates some emotions, creates some value in them. So people come and they see me on Instagram, on Facebook. They want to work with me. They come and they ask. If I don't have time, then I tell them there's a waiting list. If I am busy, if I really not feeling like very inspired, I can raise the price. I can say, okay, now this is like, I cannot do that for that price. It has to be more expensive. Some people pay more to work with me because this is what the personality, it is the difference, because you don't only teach the personal branding, you share some insight that only you can do. Of course, and this is the recommendation. If people they got some value out of working for me, then they share it, and a lot of it kind of spreads out in the world very naturally. That's what keeps me very busy. Ingrida, I'm so happy to be sharing some things, but I actually do have some more work today, some things that I need to get back to my meeting. And I think that we can conclude our meeting. That's all the time that I have today, unfortunately. So we can definitely talk more and explore more, but I was happy to answer your questions. They're so insightful, really great, and especially great that you know me so well now for many years. And I just want to thank everyone for your amazing presence and audience. Thank you very much, Ingrida. Thank you, Dr. Aller. And thank you, Princess Debbie, for your great questions. Thank you, Rebecca, Norma, and everyone else who presented. And with your permission, I need to exit soon in a couple of minutes to get back because I have a meeting with like work and doing more personal branding work.
No, first of all, you look great. Thank you very much, Anna. I recommend everyone to have a consultant. Maybe you do consultants for some of our ladies. Yeah, and we will be very lucky if you have time to advise them, as you advised to me and all our common friends, how to promote our personal brand, and especially we're from African countries. I think it's a new something will be new wave of developing their new personal brand. It's very interesting, especially because you have a big experience in America, and you can share with us international experience of this. It's very, very good. Thank you, and I wish you a good weekend.
I hope we'll do more together and travel together. And of course, I mean, there's a way that we can learn from Africa and from other countries and something they can learn from us, which is also, that's how it goes. Thank you so very much, ladies. It was a great, great, great pleasure to be here today. And I'm looking forward to to be also joining other times, and we can work more and collaborate. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Dr. Allah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you,
Спасибо.
Anna. Have a blissful day. Bye-bye.
Bye for now,
Can
ladies.
can we pray before we close? Thank you, Anna. Love and light.
Thank you.
Can we
Bye.
pray? Ingrid, can you appoint somebody to pray? And then
Yes,
we
of course.
listen
I
to
would
our
like to
song.
ask Princess Debbie
No,
if
it's
she
fine.
can.
Thank you
Debbie.
so much. Thank you so much, Anna and Ingrid. But I always say that, you know, we've got a song, and our song is an international women's leading change and anthem. And that anthem, it is a prayer. So if just listen to it and internalize it, it's a prayer on its own. It speaks about love, it speaks about forgiveness, endurance, and that. And love and light, let's listen to our song. President Ella, am I wrong? It's a prayer on its own. Thank you.
Yes. Yes,
Oh.
let's listen to the song, Princess Debbie. Nadia, can you play the song?
We are the woman leading change, leading change. We are the woman leading change, leading change. We are the woman leading change, leading change. We are the woman leading change for our people, for our countries, for everyone in the world. Love, peace, needed in this world. Endurance, needed in this world. Forgiveness, needed in this world. Unity, needed in this world. Yes, African woman leading change. Antarctican woman leading change. Yes, Asia woman leading change. Yes, Australia woman leading change. Yes, Europe woman leading change. Yes, North America. Yes, South America. Woman leading change. Kalirato fella. Kalirato fella. Woman leading change. Kalitabo fella. Kalitabo fella. Woman leading change. Gotando pella. Gotando pella. Woman leading change. Yes, Indonesia. Yes, Ayla. Yes, Ayla. Woman leading change. Yes, Indonesia. We thank you, World Woman leading change.
Thank you, everyone. Love and light. Stay safe. See you tomorrow.
Wow. Excellent. Excellent. That
Thank
was
you.
lovely.
Tomorrow,
Thank
our
you.
birthday. Yes, our birthday.
Is that what time?
President Lesejo will be the host. We'll follow her.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye. 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 Bye.
President Debbie.
President Lesego, Mpho, Mpho, can we get in touch with each other, please?